once you've kind of checked the reputation of this person, you make sure that y'all's goals align, right? Just by what you see online, go ahead and actually have a conversation. Give them a call, talk to them, right? I like a phone call first. That way you can kind of get to the point, right? You don't want to waste too much of your time driving anywhere or anything like that. So just make a phone call. Maybe you can DM them on whatever platform. You can inquire on the website. We have a website, otgfitness.com. You can inquire on and book a phone call, because that phone call will kind of let you feel out the trainer, right? You want to make sure that y'all are on the same page. You want to check compatibility with what the approach, what the style is. And I would recommend in this situation to ask very specific questions. I'm talking like, how much is it going to be? If they can't answer that question, don't hire this person. You don't want to, if they can't answer like what the schedule is going to look like, you probably don't want to work with this person, because they could be kind of flaky or whatever. If they can't tell you how much it's going to cost, these are very direct, specific questions that you should be asking, and you should get an answer for as well. What type of commitments do you require? How much is it? What am I looking at monthly? And, ask those types of questions. Now, they should answer your question and then also have other questions for you about your goals, right? If they actually care about you. But you don't want someone that's constantly hiding stuff, right? I've seen a lot in our industry where, you have to come in to get the price. Why? Like, tell me what it's going to cost, And so you just, in my opinion, you don't want someone that's going to hide those things, right? So ask the questions that you want to know the answer to. Make sure that y'all's personalities approach. It's in the name, right? Personal trainer. Personalities need to align. This is very important, for you to be successful. We tell everyone that the most important thing you do is that you keep doing it. If you don't like your trainer or you hate them, like it's a love-hate relationship, right? So I'm not talking about like a joking hate. I'm talking about a real dislike for someone's personality. You're not going to be successful because you're not going to want to show up. This is very important in a personal training aspect. And then another question you may want to consider that I would recommend you ask is, where do they train? What type of environment is it? Is it at a big box gym? Are they an independent trainer where they like meet you maybe like in a park, right? Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that if you're okay with that. Maybe they're in a private setting like ours, which would be great. Maybe they come to your house, right? All these things matter. They're going to help you make your decision. Maybe you're not comfortable in a big box gym where there's a lot of people. You want a more private environment. Maybe you want someone to come to your house. I think that's a great option. That's not something that we do, but if you're the type of person that's what you want, well, you need to know the answer to that, right? Am I going to have to travel to this person? How far is it? How inconvenient is it going to be? Like, what's the availability? What if I have to work late? What's going to happen? Ask those questions and make sure you get clear, concise answers. If they can't give you an answer, you probably don't want to work with this person. So just a couple things to think about there. If you like everything they say, they answered your question about price, about schedule, they sound like a good person, everything's in alignment with what you like, what you're looking for, fit your budget, all that good stuff, schedule a consultation. And then when you go to that consultation, whether it's at your house because they're an in-home person, whether it's at a gym, it's at a park, or no matter what it is, what I recommend you do is ask the same questions. And then make sure you get the same answers. If you get a different answer during the consultation from the phone call, something's not right. You should get the same answers during that consultation. You should get the same answers when you're in person, looking that person eye to eye, as when you did the phone call or the text message or however you initially communicated. You want to make sure that during that consultation, you're kind of doubling down on the personality thing, right? You're kind of making sure y'all vibe with each other. The relationship is going to work out because, again, you have to do this for a long time. This is someone you're going to see 2, 3, 4, however many days a week for a long time, for a designated period of time, right? Until you feel like personal training, you don't need it anymore. So you need to make sure that y'all are going to get along with each other, right? It's very important. But also ask the same questions and make sure you get the same answers. Because, again, if you don't, something sounds pretty fishy. So, and then from there, you can make your decision. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Maybe they kind of hesitated on some things. On the when you were texting, they said one thing, but then when you're in person, something kind of wasn't right. Well, then maybe it's not going to be a good fit for you, right? Something's just not quite right. But by that time, you can make the best decision for you. If you understand your goals and why you chose them, You can relay those goals to the trainer, make sure they have experience with someone similar to those goals. You've done your research on their reputation, that they're a good person, that they deliver a good service, they care about their clients' results and their clients' experience. Have a conversation, you kind of feel them out, right? Ask specific questions, make sure you get good answers to them, answers that you care about, answers that you want to hear. Schedule the consultation, make sure those answers align. You kind of double down on making sure that, the personality thing is going to work out between you two. And if it does, you're good to go. Make your decision, get started, don't hesitate. I would tell you that if you've been thinking about personal training and you've done this step-by-step process that I just explained and everything feels good, I would venture to say, I'd put $100 that you're in the right spot.